Hello everyone and welcome back to Dizzy in Disneyland. Today is my final haul from my Tokyo Disney Resort series, and this one is the Japan Disney Store haul. So in the same way that Disneyland Paris has Disney Village, Walt Disney World has Disney Springs, and Disneyland has Downtown Disney, there is a shopping complex between the parks called Ikspiari. It's spelt slightly different to how it sounds, but the Japanese always tell you to pronounce it how you would pronounce experience. I thought that meant you pronounce it Ikspiari, but they do say Ikspiari. They're basically just telling you that IA is just an I when you pronounce it. So I did some research, and this is the biggest Disney store in Japan, the one that they have in Ikspiari. I don't really believe that, because what I've seen of the Shibuya Disney store, I would have assumed that was bigger because it's on 2 floors, but they do say this is the biggest Disney store in Japan. I was actually really disappointed with the merch because they had none of the sum-sums I went in for. They had these sets I was after, but then they were really expensive, and just generally some of the things I was expecting there to be there weren't. But I did get a few things. I have a big bag and a small bag, which I showed you in the thumbnail. So let's start with the small bag. So these prices do not include tax. I seem to have misplaced the receipts that told me what they were with tax. But just like in America, the tag will just tell you what it is before tax. This didn't happen anywhere else. In all of the Disney parks, the tax was included, and I couldn't see an English sign telling you that tax wasn't included in these prices, so it was a shock both times I went to the checkout, because I made 2 trips to this Disney store because there was something I wanted on the very first day, and I said I would wait until the very last day to get it if I still had money, which I did. I actually left Tokyo with $119 to take to Disneyland already, because what I did on the very last day is I converted my yen to dollars, and I already have $119 in my Disneyland fund. I'm going to be very tight between now and when we go to California to make sure I have the most spending money possible. So like I said, these prices don't include tax. I have done a little estimation for you, and 1,000 yen is $9 or 7 English pounds. So a lot of these things you're going to be looking at and going, that's really expensive, but it's not £500, it's 500 yen. And 1,000 yen is £7 or $9. I was told roughly before I went that 1,000 yen was $10, and I know that $10 is roughly about £7. So that's how I've been working it out in my head. I didn't want exact figures, I just wanted to know roughly how much I was spending on something. They had the green Animator collection pencils that we haven't got in the UK yet, and these have a Sully, but these were 500 yen. I have actually noticed now that there is a plus at the end, which must mean plus tax. I obviously don't speak Japanese, but I can only deduce that that means plus tax. So these were 500 yen as their standard price plus the tax. So I bought 2 and my parents bought me 2, so I have 4 to do. Then I bought some sweets. These are Monsters Inc. sweets, and they were 400 yen plus tax. If I just open them up for you, I've spent the morning trying the park sweets, and they're amazing. So you've got little Sullys and you've got little Mikes. So for 400 yen, I thought I had to get this little packet of sweets. I'm going to take pictures of them before I eat them, obviously. And then I got 2 sum-sums. They had the Lilo and Stitch set and the Aladdin set, which I really wanted, but they worked out to be about £38–40, and that would have used all the money that I had left, and I just didn't want to do it. So the first one I got was Ant-Man. He was 600 yen plus tax, and I don't have an Ant-Man, so I got him. I was really disappointed there wasn't a Loki, as that is who I went in looking for, but I'm happy with my Ant-Man. And then I also got Captain Marvel as well. I haven't seen Captain Marvel at this point, but I've seen Avengers Endgame, and even though she wasn't one of my favourite characters, I decided to get her, and again she was 600 yen plus tax. And then I only have one more thing to show you, which was from the big bag. So as you saw in the thumbnail, the Disney Store Japan bag looks like this, and on the back they have the universities. I really wanted to get one of those, and you might think that's what's in the big bag, but it isn't. But they were very expensive and they didn't really have a character that I was overly fond of. I would have liked for them to have the Monsters Inc. set they did, or the Rapunzel set that they did, because they had Rapunzel but they didn't have Flynn. And I think if I would have had any university, it would have been Flynn. I was very tempted by the keyring versions. I was going to get the Dumbo one, but it was about £18 for a keyring about that big, so I got something else instead, which came in the big bag, which was the magic lamp on one side and Aladdin and Jasmine on the other. I wasn't there at the time that the Toy Story merch started taking over, unfortunately. It was all Aladdin, but I can't wait to see what's available there and see if I can get anything picked up for me. But the final thing I wanted to show you is Sleeping Donald. They did keyrings of these. They had Donald, Lotso, Winnie the Pooh, Marie, Stitch and Chip and Dale. I was tempted to get Chip and Dale because they were smaller than him, but he is 3,500 plus tax, whereas the Chip and Dales were 2.5 each, so that would have worked out at 5,000 yen to get both of them, and I just thought Donald was the cutest. Joe agreed with me as well. I wanted him on my very first day, so the last day when we went back I said I'm getting him, I've waited long enough, I am having him and I'm so happy with him. The keyrings were cheaper and smaller, but I just really wanted the big one because you know I'm obsessed with cuddlies. Anything where plushes look asleep, I have to have them, because plushes mean the most to me when I'm going to bed and need one for a cuddle. Thank you so much for watching my Japan Disney Store haul. Like I said, this is the final haul that I am doing. I have one more thing that I'm going to show you now that wasn't from the Disney Store. I just really wanted it to be in a haul somewhere. We flew from Narita Airport, which had a Pokemon store, so I bought this little tiny Pikachu. He has Narita Airport on him and he's dressed like an air stewardess, and I love him so much. He was only 972 yen from the airport. There wasn't a ticket to tell you how much he was going to be, so I'm not sure whether that was a before tax or after tax figure, but I just couldn't leave him there. He is so cute. Obviously he doesn't fit in any of these hauls. I just really wanted to show him off because I've got an airport exclusive plush. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for some more vlogs as I haven't finished them all yet. I just wanted to intersperse my haul videos so that you didn't have to wait. I'm trying different things because I felt bad making everybody wait till the end of my Disneyland Paris vlogs for the haul, and a few people did ask me during those vlogs whether there was going to be a haul, so I have a feeling you guys all like it to go first, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it for California. If you have any preference, if you would like it to be first, if you'd like it to be last, let me know in the comments, and that's how I'll do it in California. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday for my next video. Bye!